Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 29 and also how I got on in Game Week 28. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your FPL plans for blank Game Week 29, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, unfortunately, Game Week 28 was another red arrow. I think this is like my 5th or 6th red arrow in a row. We are down to 58,000 in the world from, I think, 49k. So, yeah, I mean, amongst these 5 or 6 red arrows, we have only really dropped 20,000 places, which isn't too bad. It could be a lot worse than that. Again, they're minimal red arrows, so if I get like an extra return or something, it'd be like a green arrow. But anyway, finished on 55 points. A terrible game week rank of 5.5 mil though. But Raya picking up 3 points. Trent only picking up 2 points. I mean, I was so certain about getting a green arrow this week because the team looked so good on paper, but yeah, just not the case in the slightest. But yeah, Raya picking up 3, made some ridiculous saves at the end of that Arsenal United game as well to make sure that he did pick up the 3 points and wasn't even less than that. But yeah, Trent only picking up 2 was really unfortunate. Mikolenko picking up 2. I thought that maybe they'd keep a clean sheet because Wolves had lost Cunha. They did unfortunately concede. And then Munoz picking up the 6-pointer. His last kind of hurrah in my team was another return. To be fair, he was my only return this week, barring my captain, which is just goes to show how bad of a game week it actually was. Mbumo only picking up 2 points. Mo Salah picking up 30 points. It's just pure FPL though, because if you went with Palmer captaincy this week, you were very unlucky because Salah wasn't really doing anything in that Southampton game. He got 2 penalties. Palmer gets a penalty, misses his first one for Chelsea. It is obviously just very bad luck. Again, this is why I always go with Salah though, because even though he's obviously having a ridiculous season, all the luck is going for him as well. He's averaging a penalty like every 3 games or something, which is just silly. So it's just always worth captaining him. Like, this is the only week I'm not going to captain him because obviously he's blanking. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I'm never going to take the armband off him because he's just a points magnet this season. And yeah, even though Palmer obviously had a really good fixture, should have scored the penalty, it was a good save, is what it is. But yeah, Palmer picking up 1 point, Eze only picking up the 3-point. I was really hoping for a bit more from the Crystal Palace players there, but Henderson obviously had a ridiculously good game, which is why Munoz came out with a clean sheet. And then Visser with 2 points, Chris Wood with 2 points, and then Isak with 2 points as well. On the bench, I have yet again benched a defender that's returned. I think I've benched a defender that's returned every single week now, which is just really unfortunate. But Rodgers with the 3, Ward with the 0, Robinson with the 0, and then Kirkes with the 4. I mean, what a ball in from Kirkes as well for that goal. Until Spurs scored, I was like, oh my god, he's going to be on for a ridiculous haul. But I guess it was quite good that Spurs did score 2, so he did only finish on 4 points. So it wasn't a massive difference between Mikolenko or Trent. But to be fair, 57 points maybe might have been enough for a green arrow. Probably not. Maybe I would have had to have hit around 60 for a green. But yeah, another red arrow. Really unfortunate. I just want to grab a green arrow. If I go to my game week history, so yeah, that was I was only my 4th red in a row actually. I thought it was a lot worse than that, but as you can see, it is starting to pile up a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just not really going my way at the moment. But we go into blank game week 29, and I'd like to think I'm going to be grabbing a green arrow this week because so many people are going to be using hits to field 10 or 11 players, where I'm in a really fortunate position where I've got 3 free transfers, and then I'm going to be able to field 11 players without taking a hit. I'm not going to be able to move to the likes of Haaland or any City players really, but like there's people taking like -4s, -8s for Haaland, and it's just, for me, I'd have to get rid of Isak, I think, if I wanted to bring Haaland in. But at the same time, it's just not worth it. There's so much money left in him, and do I really want to lose all that value just for one fixture with Haaland? It just doesn't really make sense. I have spoken about these transfers quite a lot in recent videos, but yeah, the players that I'm getting rid of that I'm definitely sure about are Munoz, Rodgers, and Eze. And again, I have 18.6 mil in the bank for this. Obviously, Trent, Salah, and Isak won't play. So as of right now, I've got Raya in goal, who's got Chelsea own, which is fine. I've got Kirkes, Mikolenko, Robinson at the back. Again, I'm going to have to bring in another defender. I'm going to have to bring in 2 midfielders, and then I'm going to have Visser and Wood up front. So yeah, it looks all good. Obviously, We don't want any injuries in like Champions League or anything like that, or any European fixtures. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I know a lot of people are free hitting and wildcarding this week, and I will make a free hit video. I'll make a wildcard video as well, because a lot of chips are getting used this week. A lot of hits are being taken this week. Again, it's all completely team dependent. I'm just in a very fortunate position where hopefully I can get to a full 11. You know, none of these players are really doubts to start or anything, like Wood, Visser, and Mbumo Palmer. Kirkes, Mikolenko, Robinson, and Rea, like, they all definitely are going to start. The only one that I'm a little bit worried about is Robinson, because obviously he got benched for the FA Cup, but I don't know. I feel like because it's Spurs at home, he'll probably want to play him. But anyway, let's take a look at the players that I can bring in. So I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be bringing in Kluivert this week on penalties. Really nice fixture. Brentford at home. Can't really go wrong with that. That puts me down to 12.4 mil. For the Munoz spot, there's actually a couple of options I could go with. I could go with Gvardiol, who's 5.9. And that would allow me to still have 6.5 mil for a midfielder, and that would get me away into that City team. And Gvardiol is always very attacking as well, so I really like him as an option. So I haven't completely decided on this. It's either between Gvardiol or 8 Nori. I'm just not sure who I'm going to go with, because obviously Gvardiol playing for the better team, playing at home, but playing against a harder team, whereas 8 Nori, he's obviously got Southampton away. I think if it was Southampton at home, I'd just completely go with 8 Nori, no doubt about it. But, you know, Southampton did just score against Liverpool. Why can't they score against Wolves? It's one of those things. So it's either going to be Gvardiol or 8 Nori, because then I also have to take a look at game week 30 as well, because I'm probably not going to wildcard until 31. 8 Nori's got West Ham at home. Gvardiol's got, I think it's Leicester, isn't it? Is it Leicester at home or Leicester away? It's Leicester at home. And then I'm going to wildcard. So really, is Gvardiol better for Brighton at home and Leicester at home, or is 8 Nori better for Southampton away and then West Ham at home? I'm more inclined to go for Gvardiol. His minutes aren't an issue. You know, he started every single fixture, barring the Liverpool game this season, I think, and the Brentford game as well. So he's definitely going to start. And yeah, Brighton at home and Leicester at home, I think, are probably better fixtures. So I'm more deciding to go with Gvardiol over 8 Nori, and that'll be the back four there, which will be Kirkes, Gvardiol, Mikolenko, and Robinson. And they're all sorted for game week 30 as well. They all have relatively okay-ish fixtures for 30. Because I could play my wildcard in 30, but if I have a team that's fine, you know, I'd rather wait, get more information, wildcard 31, and then be able to kind of attack the doubles and stuff after we get all that information. So Gvardiol and Kluivert, I think, are locked in now. Again, unless there's an injury to Gvardiol or something midweek in Champions League. They're not even in Champions League, never mind, so he should be fine. And then the last midfielder spot, again, couple of potential options, but I've only got 6.5 mil. Kind of fancying going for Gibbs White. I do just have the money to go to him. And I really like Gibbs White. Obviously, he's putting up pretty good numbers lately. He's getting assists here and there. You know, Ipswich away is a really nice fixture, and then United at home in 30, so I'm fine with that. There could be any of the Forest players, really. I mean, Hudson-Odoi is obviously playing really well at the moment, and he's obviously cheaper, a lot cheaper than Gibbs White. His minutes are, yeah, I mean, he's played 90, 90, 86 over the last 3. I'd expect him to start because he has been playing really well for us. So I'd expect him to start, but there's also the Elanga route that you could go as well, who is even cheaper than Hudson-Odoi, but he's just not really been as explosive as Hudson-Odoi. So I think for the minutes, I think Gibbs White is probably the safer pick. But if I wanted a more attacking player, I guess Hudson-Odoi would be the option. But I think I'm going to go with a Forest player in that last spot. If I look at midfielders under 6.5, you know, there's not a huge amount of players that I want to bring in. Like Mitoma's obviously a good shout, but he's got City away, and obviously I'm potentially bringing in Gvardiol, so that doesn't really make any sense. And then in regards to anyone else, like maybe a United midfielder, but who do I really want to bring in from that United midfield? Like Garnacho potentially, but his minutes are a little bit all over the place. And I could see United going to Leicester and losing. I know they just played pretty well against Arsenal, but it's very United fashion to go and do that against Arsenal and then lose against Leicester. We're the exact same as a Forest fan. We'll go beat City at home and then we'll go and lose to Ipswich away. Ipswich I definitely think is the better team than Leicester this season without a doubt. But yeah, in regards to players that I'd want to bring in for that last spot, probably just going to be a Forest player, and then just go double up in the Forest attack, double up in the Brentford attack, and then when game week 30 rolls around, I'll have Southampton, I'll have Salah back for Everton at home, which I'm absolutely fine playing him in that fixture and captaining him. I know a lot of people are going to be captaining Haaland in that week, but Everton at home, I'm absolutely fine with that. So yeah, I think I'll probably go Gibbs White, but could be changed to Hudson-Odoi. Obviously, if I don't go Gvardiol, I'll have like another extra mil to spend, but I still don't think I would go to anyone else from that. So as long as Gvardiol doesn't go up in price, I think Kluivert just got a price rise, so he should be fine. I don't think Gibbs White will be approaching a price rise. I'll have to look. Obviously, I'm going to have players that might be dropping in price soon as well, so I'll definitely have to keep tabs on it because I can only just make this move. But worst case scenario, if I can't afford Gibbs White, I'll just go to Hudson-Odoi and it'll be my decision will be made for me. But either way, that's kind of where my thoughts are at for game week 29, or blank game week 29, should I say. Let me know what your transfer plans are going into the next game week. Thank you for watching the video, though. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Really helps out. It's trying to hit 100. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.